Do you believe in the Bible there are certain things that are scientifically proven?
Uh,
Like in the Bible, it's first mentioned that God hovers over the sphere of the earth before
are you a flat earther?
You said what?
Are you a flat
No, no,
earther?
no.
Oh.
I
I got so excited for a
believe.
second. I was like, I love watching those videos. They're
No,
so
I
funny.
actually believe the Earth is a
Okay.
sphere. I mean, besides them going out to space and having multiple images of Earth, it's a whole bunch of other reasons I believe the Earth is a sphere. But that's confirmed in the Bible.
Yeah, they got
Also,
that one right. But
and then it says,
science proves that.
yeah, the circuits of the wind is on the circuits. That talks about the circuits, the wind being on circuits. I think it may be in Job, maybe I believe. God talks
I
about.
love Job.
Why do you love Job?
I love Job because Job portrays the Satan character as one of his divine council members.
So his two friends, one of them is represent Satan. You saying?
So in the book of Job, the Satan, and I call it the Satan because Satan as a name wasn't introduced until the New Testament. The actual Hebrew translation is the Satan, so the adversary is how it literally translates. The Satan character in the book of Job.
Oh, in the beginning when he comes to God, you mean?
Yeah,
Oh,
so
okay.
his role as the divine counsel person, he's kind of like the judge and the opposer. He is the person that, you know, kind of surveys everybody on earth and reports back to God with, hey, this is what they're doing down here. So, in the book of Job, Satan goes to God and is like, I think Job is not loyal to you, and God gives Satan the clearance to then go try, tempt and
Yeah.
push Job to see how loyal and strong he really is in that belief. And I feel like people never talk about that interpretation of Satan as you know, someone that works alongside God to balance that, adversary versus widely accepted.
I'm happy you said that because earlier you had mentioned something about when you were younger and the things like where's God? That's evil. Maybe we were on the streets and you were mad cursing God, kind of like how Job's wife said, "Curse God and die." Uh, in Job, Satan says God asks him where he's coming from. He said he's going to and fro the earth, seeking whom he shall devour. He said going to, what's the term he uses? He's going to, walking to and fro through the earth. It's another scripture that says he walks around like a roaring lion, seeking someone to devour. But in Job, it pretty much is said or inferred that he's going around seeing who he can mess with. Pretty much, like when God said, "Fine, he's in your hands," that means that Satan was the one who brought the boils on him, who collapsed the house with his children in it, who had the raiders come and steal all his cattle and all the crazy stuff that happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
When God said it's in your hands, that shows me that Satan, as a biblical worldview, that shows me that Satan is the author of death and confusion and all the different other stuff. So how do you interpret that? Because you said he was worked in tandem with God, but God gave Job into Satan's hands. We said you can't kill him, but you can do all this other stuff to him.
The Satan still reported to God, like the chain of command, God was still at the top and he was a council member. So everything that the Satan did was entirely under God's discretion. Like, like at the end of the day, God could have been like, no, you can't do this. And he allowed it to happen to, prove Job's loyalty.
So I know you don't take it literally, but when you were younger, maybe in the streets, did you think about that story? Like that kind of was like one of your things, like God is allowing Satan to do this to me.
Yeah, like that, before I kind of
Shaded all that.
like when I shed it, my evolution through that was this anger at the Christian God and then shedding the Christian part of it, the biblical God out of it. I still believed in God, but I'd studied like all these beautiful deities and entities across many different religions. Funny enough, I always related to the Satan character in all of them. Like when I was studying Hinduism, I was like, Kali is so cool, and she's like their Satan adversary character. But yeah, I was pissed. I was like, why would God allow this to happen? And then I was like, maybe God isn't the biblical God. Maybe God is something else. And then it was, there is no God. And, you know, if there's any God, it's inside of me. And then it was like, yeah, I'm a human being and I'm the master of my own fate. And I don't need to put something outside of myself to understand or accept that.
Okay.